Hikers, I'm Cadence.
And I'm Reed.
And on this episode of Life Hike, we
wrap up 2021 and plan for 2022. Welcome
to the big map.
All right, everybody, we're over here on our chronology, and we're just going to add some hikes to the list. Then we'll come over and write some detailed notes down as we're filling out our 1,000-miler checklist. This summer, we started out with our big overnight hike, right? Mm-hmm. And we started doing the Scuppernong segment, so we're going to write that on here. And that was June 20th. Of 21, and that was, what does this segment says, about 5.6 miles. Yep, there it is. So we'll just do a total down here.
Okay.
All right, so then we had the connecting segment. The connecting route was in here as well. We did that on that. That would have been the next day. So that would have been June 21st. And then we finish up with the Waterville segment.
Did we also do the Delafield?
We did not get to the
Okay.
Delafield segment this summer at all.
Got it.
So Waterville segment ended up being that June 21st. We did it our overnight. Hope you caught that video on our YouTube channel. It was definitely a unique experience, right? Doing that for the very first time. So we've got our big hike in here. This was about 12 miles. Technically, it comes out to 10.6 total miles for that hike. And then we can add that to our accumulated total, which is 15.6. All right, cool. And then we did some hiking around this summer, just not on the Ice Age Trail.
We did some in South Dakota. We went on a trip with our family to South Dakota, and we did hiking in the Badlands, and we go to Rock Island every year, which we mentioned in like our first video with family, and we hiked a ton there. So we did a lot of hiking. It just wasn't on the Ice Age Trail.
We finished up this summer with a hike at Lapham Peak. We basically did the sections that we hadn't done of Lapham Peak. That was a really nice chance for us to just kind of get out on November 7th. It was a beautiful fall morning. We hiked that as a family, so we knocked off the remaining mileage of the Lapham Peak segment that we had started back in 2020. So if we add this mileage together, quick math, takes us to what, Cadence?
18.4.
18.4. Not a bad number for our first quote-unquote season. We're going to come over here and jot some notes down now about our overnight hikes. And then Cadence is actually going to go ahead and color in our segment on the map. All right, Cadence is coloring in our portion of the map from everything that we've hiked this year. She's hitting it with a green Sharpie. She's going to come all the way down here to the bottom of the Scuppernong segment.
For the dots, you just want me to go
alongside
alongside
just
them?
keep going.
Okay.
Just trying to color inside the lines.
Yeah. I really don't want to miss this up.
Awesome. Keep coming down to here. And then cross over and go back up. There you go. That looks awesome. It's certainly just a small portion of the whole trail, but I think a really good chance for us to kind of get to know what this is all about, especially that overnight hike. That was something new for us to experience. And now that we know what to expect, we can plan for a bigger and better summer in 2022. So it's time to talk plans for next year, 2022.
Yeah.
We didn't get as much hiking done this summer as we wanted.
I want to get more done next year, but like, I'm having a hard time processing how we're going to get done the stuff that's like really far away, like by Mimi's house and like stuff like that.
Yeah, up in Eau Claire. Eventually, we're going to have to figure that out. I think the best thing that we can do is set ourselves a attainable goal for mileage and then plan on lopping off some chunks, just doing some 5-6 mile, maybe even 8 mile segments that are just one day, drive out, get dropped off, have mom pick us up, something like that, really simple.
I would like to do some more, like at least a couple more overnight hikes.
I would
because
too.
those are fun. But like stuff like that where it's not just the day. Like I would like to do some shorter ones, but not just like a really long one that takes up the whole day.
Yeah, I agree. I think if we could do some overnights and get maybe even like a double overnight, maybe a little crazy this summer.
You're a crazy
I don't know.
man.
We'll see. But I think it would be really great for us to get some good mileage on. This year we did about 18 and a half miles of official trail. I would love to see us knock off 50 miles next summer. 50 would be amazing. Maybe that's a little bit too lofty.
I think he's crazy.
Should we try for double this summer and go for 40?
Sure.
Does that seem more approachable?
Do the 40, because I don't think we'll be able to get 50 miles in. I mean, maybe, but...
We'll see. We're going to work this
goal.
year on downsizing our gear, getting some new sleeping mats that weigh a little bit less, really working through our gear to shed a little bit of weight. That was definitely an interesting experience for the first time this year, hiking with packs on. We put about 6 miles on a day, which arguably isn't very far, but that was the first time we were hiking with those big packs. And if we remember back to them, it wasn't too bad.
Mine, I didn't feel like it was that bad, and yours you thought was a little bit heavy.
Yeah, so I think if we could cut down on the weight this year a little bit, work on lightening some of our gear up, and then really just kind of getting back in shape and working out and getting out on the trail more regularly. Cadence grabbed a couple of pairs. I got a couple of pairs of awesome hiking boots for Christmas.
Yes. I decided I got 2 pairs, and I got to choose which one I wanted to keep.
I need to upgrade my footwear as well. Looking into a couple of different styles of hiking boot. If you own a pair of hiking boots, toss a comment in the description on the video. Let me know what kind you have and why you like them, or why you wouldn't buy them again. Because I need some information about what boots I should go for. So we'll up our gear this year and try to up our mileage, do a couple of overnights, and see where 2022 takes us. Hope you'll come along for the ride.